The idea to start the organization came in October 2008. I was 28 years old at the time, and I was reflecting on the last 10 years of my life in terms of what I had accomplished, especially academically and in terms of my career. And looking back from the time that I was 18, I realized that I'd made a few mistakes. And I realized that there were a few things that I could have done differently. And without having someone mentoring and supporting me, the challenge for me turning 18 and going into university and starting my first job was really exacerbated by that lack of support. So the name 1828 is based on that 10-year reflection. So the thinking then became, how could we support other young women in similar situations and create a structure that would allow them to advance from matric into the big wide world and into university with a sense of confidence, with a sense of dignity, with a sense of clarity about their future. We also then have a mentorship program so that during the course of their studies they are supported. In most of our communities there's a chronic lack of academic role models and mentors and people that girls can look up to. So the big sister really becomes critical in making sure that the girl is focused during the course of her studies, giving her advice, sharing her own experiences, and giving her the necessary support so that by the time she graduates, she's really had a firm grounding, she's more confident, and when she leaves university and enters the workplace, she has a better sense of herself and who she is and what it is she hopes to do.
I'm from an area where success is not really something that's discussed. You know, you just look, you don't really have people to look up to. And joining 1828, I saw another side of life. Like I saw something else. I met different people. I kind of went through a journey.
The main mission is to encourage them to pursue higher education, to see higher education as an attractive and a necessary tool for their empowerment.
We have a lot of work to do on gender in our country. Women still die at the hand of men as abusers. Girl children are still less revered than boy children. Women are also poorer in our society. Women are also less educated. Women also face different challenges. In fact, they face a series of compounded challenges. Girl children are still far less educated than boy children. Leadership positions, positions of power, positions of wealth, men still outnumber women, both at a familial level, at a societal level. Women have to and continue to deal with the history of apartheid.
Women in the past times, they were not really taken seriously.
My role in 1828 is that I'm a big sister to Nelly. We've been together for a year now. Really the role of being a big sister in 1828 is to support, it is to mentor, you are a friend, sometimes the relationship, it's a combination of I get something out of her and she gets something out of me.
I was studying become industrial psychology, and there was a time in my life where I worked and then I stopped because you get caught up into the working life and earning a salary. So when I met Ubongi, part of her encouragement to me was that, Nelly, you need to get an education. Irrespective of where you think you are in your career, an education is very important. So what was important for me was to go back to school.
Education is very important. It is critical in this day and age because if you do not educate yourself, how are you going to evolve? So education for me is about evolving as an individual, constantly innovating yourself. And if you do not get yourself educated, you're going to be stuck in the same way of thinking, the same way of doing things.
This is the first generation of young black professional women who are coming into university, who are coming into the workplace with all the pressures of society that are involved in that. So to provide clear, focused mentoring support from people who understand what the issues are is so incredibly vital for building these women for the future.
We host regular sessions for our big sisters and little sisters to engage with one another. 2 such events were held in February 2011 and December 2011. The events are a wonderful networking platform where our big sisters and their little sisters can share and discuss their challenges, hopes and dreams, and plan how 1828 can help them to achieve their goals in life.
And being able to just call someone and say, hey, this is my problem, this is what I'm going through. I'm really stuck, I don't know what to do. It has really helped me a lot, especially with my matric right now and the exams.
Little Sister, it's a network whereby if you want to, after matric, you want to be a psychologist, the network helps you partnering with a big sister that's also practicing psychology, so that helps you through your studies and becoming a psychologist once you're there.
Interesting. And for Nadine, being a little sister, how has your experience been with big sisters? Relationship?
Well, it has actually changed. Well, it has actually changed me. Well, I wanted to study law, which now I have a mentor within the law sector. Well, I went through that and she mentored me. She's still my mentor. I'm now more informed on what to do, on which varsity to go. And I'm well equipped now.
Go through the whole process of graduating into a big sister. What do I have to do to be a big sister? Or are you going to be a little sister forever?
I also have little sisters that are looking up to me, and I'm their big sister through what I do at school, and they take me as a role model and help them also with their schoolwork and everything. So I'm a little sister, but a big sister in a way.
How do you go about making sure the movement is there, the word is out, that girls should know about the 1828?
Well, first thing I could say is look at me. Hey, I'm a little sister. Yes, look at me. I'm a brand ambassador. Hello. Yeah. So actually, I could go on just telling them what it has done in my life, what it's still going to do in my life. It doesn't mean even though I couldn't succeed, it just stopped there. No. It's still continuing. So even though I haven't reached there, but I'm still going to reach there, but it's still backing me up. It's still helping me there. So I could say, even though you have given up faith, you feel like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. No, 1828 is still there.
The realization that you don't have, as a woman, I'm talking now specifically for the young girls, you don't have to depend on anyone if you have education. When you are educated, you become a solution, a solver of other people's problems, including your own.
I had financial problems this year, so I had to take a year gap.
When I went to varsity, we really had no idea who was gonna pay for my fees and for my textbooks, because it's very, very expensive. And my mom tried to sacrifice everything because she believed that she wouldn't want me to travel the part that she traveled, because it was very difficult for her. So she sent me to varsity.
What breaks my heart at times is seeing the quality of education that kids are receiving today. The problem is, as you know, the funding and the financing to receive that quality of education, because that is really what opens doors and creates potential for you to become whatever you want to be.
Deutsche Bank really made a huge difference in my family. It made the biggest, because I'm going to be the first graduate to come out of the family. We just had the support. I struggled before, but Deutsche Bank really made it easy.
Specifically, what we're looking for is not only girls who are academic achievers. It's not necessary that she gets straight A's or straight B's. We want girls who believe in themselves and have leadership potential. So if somebody is really involved in the choir or the netball or the debating, or is doing something outside of school, even if she doesn't necessarily have the academic criteria to warrant support in a traditional sense, the fact that she has that potential and she's harnessing it is something that's really key for us. Funding has been a huge challenge for 18twenty8. Since we started in 2009, we've been predominantly self-funded. And that's been money coming out of my back pocket, as well as contributions from my co-directors. My mother's been very supportive, assisting us where she can financially. We have had small donations and contributions from corporates that we've applied to, but we are concerned from the point of view of our sustainability that without the funding, we won't be able to reach more girls. And it remains a challenge for us to think creatively around ways to fundraise for 18twenty8 to allow us to have a bigger impact. We are getting expressions of interest and requests for support from girls across the country. And it frustrates and concerns us that we are only based in Gauteng when there is a national need.
As a young person, it's not only about education and being shown the way in terms of what is it that you need to study and how you need to go about that. It's also about essential skills that you need to navigate your life.
Ukuzengijene organization, bengise Rhodes University, so I was listening to radio, began an interview or refill. So ngamamela ngezukuthi, okay, this is actually what I need, and this is actually where I can go as a channel to help abanye abantu, mhlambe abazoba ku position enguyo. So we attended a brunch together, 18twenty8. Ukuthi ngibona ukuthi kwenziwani kwenziwa kanjani, and then from there onwards ngaqala ukuba iphathi 18twenty8 as a volunteer, helping out kuma workshops na kuma career expo. It's been very nice and exciting ukusebenza namantombazane. They bring out the girl in you, and it is so beautiful because you're making a change in one child's life, and it will multiply. Nayo zenze change empilweni yenye intombazane.
We spoke about everything from university to articles to the lack of reform in South African law firms and the ridiculous working hours.
I gained more courage, more knowledge, and I knew what I wanted to do.
It taught me a lot, because now people at work, they take me seriously.
If you don't admit where you are and you don't realize the problems you're going through and you're not willing to change that, you're not going to go anywhere.
My role as a woman today is to try to lead by example, as I feel that other women that are older than me are leading by example. I am trying to follow in their footsteps so that others younger than me can follow in mine. So I'm trying to set an example, a good one, as older women have set for me.
Ngibona ngathi ukuba ngumuntu ongumama omncinci apha eSouth Africa kumnandi kakhulu ngalamaxesha ngoba sinama opportunities amaninzi xa sithatha ukubheka ama bursaries nezinye izinto ezinjalo. Angeke nje uhlale ekhaya uthawune nento ongayenza ngoba ama opportunities out there akhona, and akhona nama organizations angakunceda.
I think women are definitely being appreciated in our country. I mean, things have changed. A woman is recognized for being the backbone of the nation. I mean, our rights are protecting us, but I think that we as women should not just solely depend on our rights, but we should take initiative and empower ourselves.
Well, Refiwe is someone who is so passionate about her mission in life, which is to support these young professional women to embark on their university education and to develop their professional lives. And we were completely taken and struck by her energy and passion and commitment for this work. So we thought we had to do something to make it possible for her to grow and thrive in what she wanted to do. And so apart from providing the space, we also offer her developmental support. We provide mentoring and coaching for some of her people, and we're now starting to develop some joint projects together as well.
DV has a DV Women Group, which normally has a whole sort of various functions, and this year we decided to choose certain charities, and 1828 was one of the charities we chose. Bev and myself are sort of overseeing the charity in terms of sort of any other type of support they would require. And I think our plan for next year is to, in addition to the financial support that was provided, is to come up with a plan to sort of give in other sort of support, whether it is, whatever needs may arise during the year from the ladies, in terms of tuition or just normal support.
The hope is to grow the organization. The hope is to build the capacity and get the funding because, as I said, it isn't sustainable if we continue to fund it ourselves.
Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. We won't stop. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. We won't stop. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. We won't stop. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. We